What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you the next video in my must-have must-gag series. This is my series that I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I talk about new indie makeup releases, if I want to buy them, if not. I always have her playlist and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all of the items that I discuss linked down below if they are available. I did record this makeup look. I didn't talk about it, but the items will be listed in the description box of this video, and this video will be coming up on Wednesday. Real quick, I want to mention that I have not discussed the Black Lives Matter movement on my platform. I have briefly discussed it on my Instagram, but not truly. To be quite honest, I was just a form of shell shock. I wasn't expecting this to occur right now or ever again, and so it took me a while to literally wrap my brain around it, but I think I've kind of begun to do so, and I wanted to discuss it. So this is actually a look that I created, doing a get ready with me, discussing it. It will be up on Wednesday. So if you are interested in seeing how I created the look, you won't see the products because I quite literally didn't discuss any of the products. I was too busy talking about the Black Lives Matter movement. But if you are interested in that, feel free to just subscribe if you're not subscribed, or just wait on it on Wednesday. It will be up. I can promise you that. Out of all of my videos that are going to be up next week or this week, it will be that video on Wednesday. But with that being said, that's pretty much all I want to do. Disclaimer wise, I think that's it. I will be doing more black videos. You'll hear about it in that video. I am just going to scoot over and we're going to start talking about new makeup releases. Okay, so the first makeup release that I want to discuss is from Posh Cosmetics. She did a live with the Ocean Pride collection, and okay, so she did what was it, Instagram live with the Ocean Pride collection, and I had never heard of it, so I wanted to discuss it with you guys. And it is what looks to be a bunch of loose shadows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loose shadows with a highlighter, and the loose shadows look to be bright yellow, a bright colorful collection with a rainbow highlighter. I'm assuming this is her Pride collection, and it's pretty, but I know me, I do not get use out of loose eyeshadows. It's just not a thing, especially not loose mattes. I tried it and it didn't work out for me personally. Not saying that her collection won't work, but it has not worked out for me personally, and I don't think I need to bring something like that in my collection. Overall, I think the products work nice on her, seeing her video, and yeah, if you're interested in loose singles, I will say I have quite a few singles from Posh, and I really do enjoy their brand, but their singles that I have from them are pressed, so there is a difference. Huda Beauty came out with the Skin Balm, which is supposed to be like a liquid silk hydrating plumping lip balm. I actually last night just finished watching Beauty News, and they talked about this, and they were going in on this product and how Huda Beauty always loves to say that she's creating something new when she's not, and that this is basically a glorified lip gloss. I agree with them 100%. This is a glorified lip gloss. That being said, I already have a lip gloss that I use as a lip chapstick when my lips are really chapped and I can't find a lipstick, and it is this e.l.f. clear lip gloss. This was what, like $2 or something cheap like that. It's e.l.f. I don't need to spend whatever ridiculous amount it is for this lip balm when I have that. So that is an easy pass. Kiko Milano has come out with their summer collection. As always, they always have extremely big collections. They have 3 different blushes, no, those are bronzers. I think those are 5 different bronzers. They have single eyeshadows, lipsticks, illuminator, a liquid illuminator, nail polish, all of that jazz. They have quite a bit going on in this collection. Kiko Milano has never been a brand that I could support even if I wanted to, because they never cater towards people of my complexion. Never. I could wear the lip products, but if you don't have any base products that don't cater towards me, at this point, I'm not catering towards you. So yeah, the blushes look nice, but they're nothing that is revolutionary, nothing that I can't get anywhere else. So this is going to be just a big pass for me. Beautybay has come out with a pastel collection where they have a pastel palette and brushes. The brushes look nice. They also low-key look like Colorpop brushes. So if you're in the US and you're looking for something like this, I would say go for Colorpop. I have quite a few Colorpop brushes and I actually do enjoy them. So I wouldn't say buy these from a UK based brand when you can buy something from the US and kind of keep it in-house in that manner. Beautybay, though, they have the eyeshadow palette. I think the eyeshadow palette looks fine. I think that personally I love to wear pastels. I think pastels work beautifully on darker complexions. As for this pastel palette, it looks nice. It's nothing that I need to bring into my collection. Like the girls from Beauty News said, they have too many redundant shades. Why are there 2 greens? Why are there 2 pinks? I mean, yeah, there's a difference, but is there a huge difference? Who knows? For me, it's going to be easy pass. It is only $10 US though, so that's not a huge price. If you are interested, I would say, I mean, it's only $10. Why not? Go for it. Maniac Cosmetics has come out with a new palette. It's called the Boss Babe palette. There are 9 shades. A majority of these are mattes. It looks to be 7 out of the shades are mattes and only 2 are glitters. If those 2 were not glitters, I would actually be more interested in this product, because from what I can remember, this is actually a Black owned brand. Let me double check that before I say it. Yes, this is a Black owned indie brand, which is something that I truly want to support even more than prior. And I really enjoy the shade Empire. It reminds me of the shade that's in my crease today. I love lime green shades, and it would be interesting to do a lime green shade with those other shades. It's just very interesting. I've never tried it before. But those 2 glitters, I just cannot get behind. I don't like it at all. But if you are interested in glitters and you want to support a Black owned brand, you think this color scheme is interesting, I would say go for it. But just right now, I can't. Makeup Maniac, they look to be doing a new palette. I haven't heard about this palette, and this is their Underground Candy palette. It looks to be in the pre-order stages. I'm gonna try and see if I can get a better picture, because the picture that I found on Instagram is a little janky. Okay, so I found a good picture on their page, on their makeup, on their website. That, woo lord. And it looks to be 20 shades. There looks to be shimmers and mattes, darker overall, and it looks to be heavily neutral with very few pops of color. For that reason, I would have to say it's a no buy for me. Like, I wouldn't want it, but the swatches on the person's skin tone look beautiful. The pigmentation looks nice. I don't think I have any Makeup Maniac Cosmetics palettes. I don't believe I do, but I know I have talked about this brand plenty of times before. So if you ever took the time to buy any of the palettes that I talked about before, or if you are interested in this palette, I would say go for it. There are definitely 1 or 2 shades that catch my interest, but overall, the palette is just not my cup of tea. YSL has come out with a compact cushion foundation and some other products. So as the YSL overall, they generally don't have products that fit my complexion. They generally have one or two foundations at max, and for that I'm just like meh. Then you have what looks to be an eyeshadow palette, some lip products, and blushes. Overall, this collection just doesn't seem to be for me. It seems to be for an old white lady. I'm not an old white lady, so it's gonna be a pass for me. Although, I mean, if you I unclicked something, darn it. If you bougie like that, I mean, go for it. But just for me, it just is not my cup of tea. Okay, so I have absolutely no idea what I unpinned accidentally. Hopefully I figure it out and I'll be able to discuss it next week. So Davina has come out with 9 colors of sugar sparkles called the Sugar Drops collection. Davina does a really good job when it comes to her metallics. They're good quality, good price, and these look to be like kind of those white to color duochromes. I think that these look fantastic. They look really nice. I would probably want at least 1 or 2 of these to find their way into my collection if I was buying makeup. I'm currently not, as I've said multiple times, but yeah, it looks really nice. So if you're interested, I would honestly highly recommend her brand. Daffy Duck. Donald Duck is celebrating his birthday. So Disney is doing a collaboration with Fresho, and they have quite a bit of things in this collection. They have lip glazes, an eyeshadow palette, lip balms, a bag, and so much more. This looks to be like they're focusing this collaboration mainly in the Asian market, because if I can remember correctly, Fresho is Asian based brand, but I don't think it would be terrible for somebody to, yeah, it's June 11th. This is available in Asia on Fresho 2.com. Yeah, so for me, this would probably be something I couldn't even get my hands on at all, but overall it's just a little too basic for me. I have been enjoying a very basic look. You won't be able to tell that by today. I went very crazy. I don't know, it just happened. But yeah, I think it's cool to talk about it. I'm also not a huge Donald Duck fan. He's not one of the Disney characters that I'm like ride or die for. Dragun Beauty seems to be coming out with quite a few different things. It looks like she is releasing a new palette, and it looks like she's also releasing some new liquid lipsticks as well. The palette, we don't have very much. We've literally only seen like a palette, the edge of a palette, that's it. The liquid lipsticks, we've at least seen the shades more or less, and yeah, I think the brown in the collection looks really nice. I have that brown though, so I won't be buying it, but I think it looks nice. Bahji Beauty is coming out with 2 new palettes, the Bayside palette and the Chakra palette. One looks to be a combination of mattes and shimmers, while the other one doesn't necessarily look to have any mattes. I don't really know, but the one with the white background has more colors. It looks to be more of a rainbow based palette with a black and like a camel-y shade. Then the red based one looks to be more neutral with a pop, more of a warm tone palette pretty much. If I could buy one, if I wanted to buy one, I'd probably lean more towards the rainbowy palette, because that camel shade alone is just calling my name, let alone I love me a rainbow palette. They're not that expensive. They're only $35, or $35 or $40. I think they both look really nice, and hey, I hope somebody reviews it for me so I can see how they are. Rosewood Co. is coming out with a new palette and shimmer a new palette and 3 glosses and a loose highlighter. Okay, the palette is all shimmers. As you guys know from my declutters, my recent videos, all shimmer palettes are just not my cup of tea right now, so it is going to be a pass for me when it comes to that. The glosses, they're in pots. I prefer not to have my lip product in pots, so that is going to be yet again another pass. And the loose highlighter looks to be too light for somebody of my complexion, so yet again another pass. NYX is coming out with a new collection with quite a few different things in this collection. It is the Utopia palette. They have a huge Ultimate Utopia. They also have a smaller Utopia. They have more things in this collection too. Where did the rest of the things go? There we go. They also have an Escape Artist collection coming out with a smaller Escape Artist palette. They have 2 like 6-pan palettes as well. NYX is coming out with 6 new palettes, put it to you that way. For me, honestly, these palettes don't look half bad. I would probably stick with the middle-sized palettes and go with the middle-sized Utopia palette more so than the Ultimate, but I think both palettes in their own right are nice, and I wouldn't mind or hate having them in my collection. Just right now, I can't bring them to you. VE Cosmetics is coming out with a new palette. It's called their Vixen palette, and I actually like this palette. I like this a lot. This looks like a neutral palette that is up my color scheme. You have what looks to be a really nice yellowy limey shade, some really nice oranges, nice browns, mauvey shades, reds, and some really nice shimmers. This would be a shade that I would actually like. This is a collaboration with Stay Close Clothing, which is a clothing brand. That's interesting. Okay, but I would actually be interested. And this is done, all the proceeds go to the Hut Sabs, which protects wildlife. So it's behind a good cause. I would definitely support this if I could. I just cannot support this right now. The Diary Cosmetics has also shown their first reveal of a new collection. It looks to be a highlighter and blush palette. It is called their Amorex collection. This looks really, really nice. We haven't seen much of anything. This looks to be an extremely new brand. Oh no, they're relaunching this brand. Okay, that's what's going on. But I haven't seen much. You have a black and white photo of the swatches. You guys know I love a beautiful, beautiful face palette, so I am very, very excited to see what comes from this face palette in the future. Wayne Goss is coming out with some more brushes, and these brushes actually look really, really cool. They're look to be kind of Japanese calligraphy inspired, but they are makeup brushes. I've always wanted a brush like this, so this is actually hurting me slowly that I can't purchase this right now. But he looks to be coming out 3 different brushes. One that is the Artist Large, Medium, and Small. The Artist Large has Gray Squirrel and Psychoho goat hair. The other 2 brushes are just gray squirreled hair. Gray squirrel hair is really soft, so depending on the brush shape depends on how I'd use it, but I would not personally use it with any liquid products. With any specialty brush, I typically don't use it with any of my liquid products. I can't wait to see reviews. I know a lot of the people that I follow will definitely be purchasing this collection or get it sent to them, so I'm just excited, and this will be available of course on Beautylish. Another thing, I am very, very proud and excited. Tammy is doing a 3rd collaboration with Makeup Revolution. I'm very, very happy and proud of her that she has got 3 different opportunities to do makeup collaborations. I have purchased from her first one. I never purchased the 2nd palette, and actually I'm not mad at it because she's come out with this third palette. So, or a third collection. With this collection, she has a palette. I did watch her video and I will have her announcement video linked down below. She has mattes, shimmers, and glitters in this palette. She has basically a neutral and colorful thing going on, which is perfectly Tammy, because Tammy does enjoy a neutral eye from time to time, but she also can bang out a banger when it comes to a colorful eye. She also came out with two face quads, where one is for her complexion and the other one is for darker. Of course, you guys know I'm gonna really talk about the face quads. So with the more lighter face quad, I enjoy that blush more than the darker face quad. I think the darker face quad would just be too deep for me, but the lighter face quad would be too light for me, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'd probably lean more towards the lighter one if I could get a face quad, because overall those shades just scream more to me than the darker one. But oh, I would love to support this collaboration so wholeheartedly. Hopefully it'll still be available when I can start purchasing in October, which is honestly coming around the corner now. So very excited about that. Next we have Beauty Creations. They came out with their Festival of Love palette, which I assume, yep, it is in support for Pride Month. This is just a rainbow palette. Very pretty, nothing fuss no muss. You guys know I am eyeing that lime color and Celebrate, but other than that, nothing great. I've never tried this brand's formula, so I cannot support or oppose you guys from purchasing from them, but that is what it is. Whew, I have been talking for like 2 hours straight, the most ever. Oh. Alrighty. Next, Milani Cosmetics has come out with their Flower Bomb palette. I know a couple people already have received this in PR. I just heard about it. And this is another one of their kind of pastel palettes. But once again, there are glitters in this palette and I just am not about glitters. I don't like glitters at all. I really would like to try Milani Cosmetics because I hear high praise from a lot of YouTubers that I follow. But once again, I just can't support this particular palette because of the glitters. Colorpop is coming out with some new products, a whole bunch of new products. They're calling this their pastel tie-dye colors, and they have 3 different palettes. Can I see the names of the palettes? So Miss Bliss, Aura, Out and In Trance. 3 all pastel looking palettes. Honestly, even on Trend Mood's arm, these things look like ash. Actual ash. The one palette that looks to have the most substance in it is the like greeny bluey beigey one, and even then it just, these look like ash. Okay, so the highlighters are way too light for somebody of my complexion. The liners don't look half bad, and the glitter much, I've had them go bad on me way too quickly, so it's easy to pass on that. Overall, this whole collection, this whole launch is just an easy pass, because seeing the swatches on Trend Mood, I can only imagine what they gonna look like on me, and I have pastels, so I don't need to get any of her pastels, so I'm good. Milani Cosmetics is coming out with their summer collection, where they have lip balms, scented setting sprays, and liquid eyeliners. I actually do need a setting spray. I'm running low, and honestly, I think I might chuck this setting spray because it's not doing what it needs to do. The top is just a hot toddy mess. It's spraying really badly on my skin, and I'm just getting really, oh yeah, it's sputtering. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this setting spray. I might just chuck it. And my only other setting spray I cannot use in the summer because it's illuminating and I have oily skin. So I will be coming up on needing a setting spray soon. I won't want a scented one because my skin is sensitive, but I wouldn't mind getting one from the drugstore. The eyeliners, I wouldn't mind a colorful eyeliner. So these may come in handy, and the shades look really nice. They have a green, a yellow, and a pink. And then the lip balms, I'm always down for a lip balm. I just don't need one now. So out of this collection, probably the only thing that I would actually look at if I can find in my local drugstore would be the liquid eyeliners. Patrick Ta is sneak peeking that he's coming out with new products. It is being thought that it's going to be the lip cream. Who knows? I haven't tried anything from his brand, just haven't been anything to pique my interest, but maybe the lip product will be. And the last thing that I want to discuss with you guys is a collection from Essence, and this is the Wanna Be My Honey collection. This is a vegan collection, which is very interesting. You have brushes, some skincare. It looks to be, let's see, remover makeup pads, all over balm, a glow lipstick, mattifying powder, eyeshadow and highlighter palette, a luminizing primer, highlighting brush, and eyeshadow brush. For me, I'm going to focus in on the two makeup products. The powder looks white, no, and then the eyeshadow palette looks a little too basic for me. So overall, probably not. The only thing I'd probably get, honestly, are those makeup remover pads, because I love me a good makeup remover pad that I can wash in my washer and reuse. But those are the things that I would like to discuss in today's or this week's new makeup releases. I'm just going to close this out by saying, please be cognizant of where you're spending your money and how you're spending your money. In this day and age, we as consumers really, once again, need to be very vigilant and very informed in what we're doing. And that's pretty much it. I don't think I have anything else to discuss, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see